I've learned a lot of things that I share with people, with entrepreneurs in the classes that I teach for the small business centers across the state at their small business at the community colleges. And one thing that always comes through, that no matter what business that you're in, no matter how large or small it is, there are certain strategies and techniques that the business owners that use them and make them kind of a part of their DNA, those are the folks that stay in business for 50 or 60 years. Not using and not taking advantage and not treating your customers a certain way will certainly make your business fall apart in a hurry, and therefore you would lose your investment and your time. I want to encourage you to listen and to think about what I call 30 drill skills. That is, skills that will really help you every day have a more profitable and sustainable business, and skills that will help take some stress out of your life as a business owner. So let's talk about a few of them as we go today. The first thing I want to encourage you to do is to have a business plan. That is, take time to chart out a structured plan where you list the goals that you want to reach during the next month or year or 5 years. But get a plan started. And that plan needs to tell you something very important. It needs to tell you what's left, because your business plan will give you your projected cost and your projected incomes. And when you compare those to each other, the bottom line is what's left. And if that what's left number is not where your goals are, then you need to make some changes in the plan. So have a good business plan that's telling you what's left so you can make the changes that you need to see your dreams and your goals come true. The second strategy that I want you to have is a marketing plan. Just not about how to buy ads or how to put signs out, but a marketing plan is how to end up treating your customer from start to finish, from the design of your product or service you want to offer, through surveying, through putting pricing on it, how to market it, and how to help the customers find it, how to sell it to them, and eventually making that sale. Well, a lot of folks say, well, that's where your marketing plan ends if you make the sale. Wrong. That's 50% of your marketing plan. The rest of this is so special because after the sale, this is when you feed your database. You put that customer's information into your database so you can stay in touch with them for years and years to come and help bring them back again. And when you're satisfied that they are 100% satisfied, and you call them to make sure with what we call follow-up calls, which is very important in your marketing plan, that follow-up call is when the magic moment can happen. The magic golden goose moment can happen. That is, you're able to say to that customer at that point in time, now, didn't I hear you say you were going to be interested in this in September? Or do I remember you saying that your brother will be in the market for something? Or when is it you want me to put you down on my calendar for your next visit? In that follow-up call and conversation is when you're writing down the future of your business, the future for your cash flow. And it's so important that you get that information right then, and so you can follow up on it for future times. That's called a marketing plan that's going to tell you what's next. And what's next is so important because what's next is next month, next year, the next 10 years. So instead of worrying about, or be able to stay in business another month or two, you start worrying about your marketing plan and getting the information you need to know what's next. That's when you're going to get a good benefit. Number 3 is I want you to know that there's 3 types of marketable profit centers. A profit center is something you do in your business that generates revenue. But I like to put the word marketable in front of that, in that when you're deciding what you're going to be selling or offering the public, put that word marketable in front of it, and then you will pick items that you can market separately. Every time you can market a product separately, that means you can bring in a separate and different group of customers and really go after your niche markets by doing that. There's 3 kinds of profit centers. First kind are those that you design to bring in new customers. You need new customers because you'll probably lose a third of your customers every year. So if you're not bringing in new customers and making that a part of your structure, you're backing up. The second type of marketing profitable profit center is those that create repeat business and encourage pickup items and merchandising where that you can make some better profit margins. Profit centers number one were probably lower margins, lower profit, because you're trying to bring those new customers in, so you're stealing them from other competitors or getting them driving off the street. You're not going to be able to make much profit doing that. So your profit centers number two need to be designed to help you increase those margins. So once you can get them in the store, you can encourage them to do the upsells and cross sells to pick up items off your merchandising racks or from your service department for service or parts for parts, where that you can increase your profitability with those continuing sales types items. The third type of profit center is so important as well, and I like to call those the big ticket items. If you don't plan to have some big ticket sales, you won't have them. Let me ask you, is it more fun to go to the bank and deposit $500 or $50,000? Well, let me tell you, when you make that $50,000 deposit, you don't leave there smiling and kind of with a click in your step. But you don't make those big ticket sales unless you plan to do it. So good planning, good business strategies using upsells and finding products that you've got some real margins in will help you create some big ticket sales. You need them because now I promise you, you will have some big ticket expenses that you didn't count on. And to offset that and to be able to stay in business needs big ticket sales. So plan to do that, number 4. I also want to say that there's 3 types of profit centers, but I want you to have at least 5 in your business. At least 5 with one of the 3 a part there. If you're just planning on running your business with one profit center, it will go south one day and your business will close. So have a number of different profit centers bringing in revenue at different times of year from different groups of people to have a better chance. Number 4, I want to talk about the most valuable person in your business life. And that person is your RFC. The letters RFC that stand for raving fan customers. The raving fan customer are the people that's going to keep your business running for years after years. They're the people that the raving fan customers are better than loyal customers. They're better than regular customers. They're regular than friendly customers. The raving fan customer is the one that leaves your store and goes out into the community or onto the internet and starts singing your praises to other people. They become walking, talking, marketing machines for you. You're better off to spend enough time with each of your customers to make sure they're going to be raving fans than you are just to see what large volume of customers that you can run through your business. The raving fans will keep business coming back to you. And when times get tough, and they will get tough from time to time, it's the raving fan customers that's going to save you business and help keep you alive. So you look after them. That's the RFCs. Number 5, I want us to remember the old child's game about rock, paper, scissors, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is no demand, change your plan. NDCP, no demand, change your plan. What am I trying to help us kind of get into our DNA by driving that in? If you got some profit centers or your business plan has got red ink, you need to change it. You need to monitor what each one of the things that you're selling are doing for you. And if you see that one of them's going south with profitability, change the plan. And don't wait till the train hits you. You see the light coming a long way away. You've got time to do it. Don't give up. Don't ride it out. If you keep riding it out, the train's going to run over you. But if you have the initiative to go ahead and change the plan and to know that that's a good thing to do, then you change those plans. A lot of things you can do. You can cut your cost. You can raise your prices. You can look for other profit centers. You might just have to take something and put it on the shelf and forget it to bring something new out. But be willing to make changes. Let me tell you, after 63 years, it's pretty well a given now that in small business, you need to reinvent yourself about every 5 years. Yeah, about every 5 years. Because do you want to be on the back side of the wave if you're a surfer, or do you want to be on the front side of it where you can go places? And staying on the front side of the wave means you have to change your plans often. Number 6 is A, B, C, D. That's about as simple as it gets. A, B, C, D. If you're making notes, I want you to write this down. Always be connecting the dots. Always be connecting the dots. And that teaches us not to make decisions in our small businesses that don't match up and fit in the line of dots with our business plan. If you're making a decision that's way off base, out here, away from your line, it's going to cause a bump in the road. That's like saying that what you need to add a pickup truck to your business. So you go out and you look around and you've got the option to buy a really good used truck for $5,500. But on the dealer lot there, this great salesman showed you a truck, a brand new one for $60,000, and it is so cool. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. It's got new paint. Man, it's just really cool. 2 or 3 seats in it, a tailgate that does all fancy stuff, $60,000. And you can finance it for 10 years, and the payment would be fairly low. So why not get it? Because what you want to remember is the $5,500 truck will get your business done and you don't have to go into debt. So buying a $5,500 truck is putting your dots in line. Buying a $50,000 truck is going to cause a big bump in the road. Always remember to think about these decisions before you make them and how they fit. Now, when we're connecting dots, I want you to remember this picture. I like to use this in my seminars. And by the way, you do need to come to these seminars. They're really good. So when we're connecting dots, we always want to connect our dots in a circle, not in a straight line, not in a triangle, because there's stopping places in these other types of designs. But when we put our dots in a circle, the ball keeps rolling. And everything you want to do in your business decision making is, how do I keep this ball rolling? How do I keep my business in gear? How do I do business in January, in March, in July, in October, and back again in January without stopping, without having a period I have no cash flow? Keeping a small business sustainable, the key to that is keep it rolling. Always know what's next and always do things that keep your business alive and moving. Once your business stops, it becomes stagnant and you're backing up when you're stagnant.